Sir, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. और कौन है? शगुफ्ता मैम
Shagupta ma'am is there. Fatima
और
ma'am.
अतिक भी है.
Ati.
Okay. ठीक है. So once again, good morning to all of you. Uh, I'm sure you're all doing well, and I pray to God for your long life, for your peace, prosperity, and happiness. I know that you are bored sitting at home, and I can understand your frustration. It's very difficult to have classes uh, via computers. It is difficult. I know you're missing the college life. You're missing your friends. You're missing movies. You're missing canteens. You're missing freaking out. But we are very hopeful that the government is going to take a call soon, and we will resume our classes. So let's pray for that. Uh, my address today has a purpose, and the purpose is twofold. See, unfortunately, I used to have very frequent interaction with the students because I was a professor and I used to take a few subjects. But since I've been appointed as the head of the organization, I'm now more into administration and strategic activities. But definitely, I will always love to be in touch with you. And I said, ki the reason behind my address today is twofold. One is I would like to know from you how was the last semester. Do you have any concerns? Do you have any feedback on our teaching and learning methodologies? Do you have any suggestions? So overall, uh, how are you feeling being a part of ALLANA? This is number one. And definitely, I wanted to give you some inputs on summer internship projects. I wanted to introduce to you this idea called as internship projects. The reason behind this is uh, number one, ALLANA has a reputation of producing good research projects. Trust me, I'm not exaggerating the things. But whenever referees come for evaluation from University of Pune, or whenever we have internal panels for evaluation, most of them have praised the quality of work being produced by students of ALLANA Institute. So I want to carry forward this, uh, and I want to ensure that we keep growing and keep excelling. Number one. Number two, uh, summer internship projects will give an opportunity to enhance your overall performance because it has 100 marks. ये जो total summer internship project है,
रक्ता में रख के डालू
Akhil, mute your mic.
the total credits are 6 credits, right, Rahil sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 6 credits है, 100 marks है, 100 marks are there, and it's an internship of 8 weeks. So trust me, there is a very good opportunity to score here. If you perform well in your, the assessment is of two types. One is internal assessment, and the second is external assessment. Internal assessment is of 50 marks, and external assessment is of 50 marks. And if you can perform well, you can easily score 90 plus. So this is number two. Number three, the entire idea of being a part of an internship program is quite encouraging. It is fun, trust me. If you do it seriously, if you do it honestly, if you take interest, you will find it is quite joyous and it is rewarding. In fact, the rewards are exorbitant and they are overwhelming. So I want you to understand what summer projects are all about, what internship is all about, how to go about this internship, and how do you contribute to summer internship programs. There's another reason why you have to take summer internship projects seriously. The last one, and which is the most important. देखो, एक तो मैंने बोला कि इट्स ऑफ 100 मार्क्स, 6 क्रेडिट है, इंटरनल एक्सटर्नल एवेल्यूएशन है 50-50 मार्क्स का, गुड अपॉर्चुनिटी टू स्कोर वेल. Second, definitely yes, you get an exposure to industry वगैरह सब there, it's already there. And as I said, if you do it seriously, it is actually fun, and there's a good amount of application of knowledge and learning. Third most important thing, most important thing. Before I talk about the third most important thing, I expect our students to do a very good job in when it comes to projects, because there are frequent competitions being held at several institutions and organizations. And if you have done a good job, I'm very happy to state that most of our faculty members are PhD holders. Most of them are actively involved in research, and they are recognized for their publication. So here's an opportunity. They will do hand holding for you, and they will definitely ensure that your entire journey is smooth, without hassles, and it's a pleasurable experience to all of you. Okay, fine. So what is that last one that I was talking about? Anybody would like to make a guess? Yes, I said कि there are multiple benefits of summer internship projects. एक तो definitely good opportunity to score marks, application of knowledge एक opportunity है, you get an exposure to industry, you get an opportunity to acquaint yourself with the real time environment of the corporates and industry. ये भी है. Learning is there, yes. One more, most important. There's another very important benefit. No, see, you can convert your internship into a final placement. And I can actually quote, I can give you names of students of ALLANA and also students of other colleges where I visit. I go as a visiting faculty member. There are many students who have been successful in converting their internship into a final placement. So here's an opportunity to showcase your talent. Don't miss this opportunity. हो सकता है कि you will having a look at your personality, your traits, your knowledge, your skill set, the company will give you a final offer. Now that's the reason I said you have to take summer internship projects very seriously. See, what I feel bad is a small group of students, they try to seek the easy way out. Now, what is the easy way out? The easy way out is called as copying, और इसको टेक्निकली बोलते हैं प्लेजरिज्म. प्लेजरिज्म मतलब what you do, you simply copy the projects, earlier projects, change data, some data here and there, change your name and submit the report as it is. Don't do it. I'm not saying that you won't be able to do it. Yes, quite possible that you may be able to submit a fake report and without being getting caught. But understand one thing, there's no fun doing that. If you learn what is research methodology, if you learn how to identify a business problem and how to find solutions to business problem, the feeling of gratification is itself amazing. And the rewards, I said, there are multiple rewards behind doing it seriously. So please do it. Okay, there's no need to copy, there's no need to plagiarize. आसानी से पकड़े जाते हैं जो लोग plagiarize करते हैं, and then it's a very humiliating situation. So let's be honest, let's be fair, and there are many who are ready to do hand holding. So don't worry about that. Okay. Acha. Now I'm very sure that for almost all of you, this is a new experience. I mean, quite possible that most of you, I'm saying not all, at least most of you, are not exposed to this type of learning, and this is something new to you, and you should be wondering कि ये क्या है and how to go about it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll quickly introduce you to this idea called as summer internship projects. I will talk about the procedure, I will talk about the formalities, I will talk about the rules, Okay, and I will talk about the important dates. कैसे start करना है and how to end it. First thing that you're supposed to remember that it is mandatory. It is compulsory. Uh, it is actually an important requirement of partial fulfillment of MBA program. I mean, if you don't do this, you won't pass your MBA. तो ये तो आपको करना ही पड़ेगा. अच्छा, traditionally, you know what was the format of internship? You were expected to work with an organization, with a company, uh, identify a problem area, a concern area. Either you do it or they will help you with the difficulty that they're facing, and you're expected to use your business knowledge, your research knowledge, and apply that knowledge to solve the problem, and eventually prepare a report out of your methodology that you have used and the findings and conclusion suggestions, and present it before a panel and defend your findings. That was the procedure. But this time, due to COVID, uh, three types of projects are allowed. One is pure desk research. Pure desk research means uh, there is no data collection and there is no data analysis. So there is no survey involved. The other is desk plus uh, digital data collection. Okay, so you can collect data online, you can conduct surveys, you can float questionnaires, you can design questionnaires, you can take interviews depending upon the objective of your study and the purpose of your study. Collect the primary data that is applicable to your study, process the data, analyze the data, apply statistical test, come out with interpretations, conclusions, and suggestions. So this is the second one, that is pure desk, which is completely theoretical, conceptual, where you take a topic of your interest and you try to you investigate that topic and you try to provide better understanding into it using a systematic process, using a well-defined methodology. ये एक है. दूसरा ये है कि you can do desk research, you can do desk research plus uh, digital data collection, virtual data collection. That is also possible. So your study will be a combination of both desk research plus primary data. So that's an added advantage. So it's more of quantifying, it's more of a quantitative study. So you have an opportunity to use some statistical tests, some mathematical models, and offer more evidence to your claims, so that you make your claim more credible, more believable, more defendable. So your findings are more robust, strong, and sturdy. Again, that's digital because of COVID-19. Again, and the third one is virtual projects. If the corporate is ready to offer virtual projects, that is also uh, possible. So what I advise you is that you can select any of this. You can, if you are interested in real-time problem, you want to engage yourself into real-time business problems, you can speak to Atik, you can speak to Bhushan, because there are many companies who approached us for internship programs. And this is the best out of the three, because you will have a chance to understand the business environment, the problems faced by these companies with reference to functional areas. Depending upon whatever your specialization is, maybe it's marketing, HR, finance, IT, international business, whatsoever. Okay, so the best thing about having virtual corporate projects is that you will have that chance to work through real life problems. So don't leave this opportunity. अगर मिलती है तो ले लो, कोई problem नहीं है. And this is where you can convert your internship into a final placement. And there is more practical learning. There is you will get an opportunity to apply your knowledge in solving practical problems. ये एक बहुत बड़ा advantage है इसका. अगर we have some openings, we have certain invitations, you have to just talk to Bhushan or you have to talk to Atik and get this information. Okay, so there's flexibility, quite flexibility. Pure desk research करो, desk plus online survey कर सकते हो, and the third one is go for uh, virtual corporate training. That is also good. As far as topics are concerned, cross functional is allowed. Cross functional is around. I mean, if you're specializing in finance, you can go for marketing topic. If you're specializing in marketing, you can go for an international business topic. But at ALLANA, we we request students to stick to your specialization, because any research requires some basic knowledge and information. So if you are specializing in finance, stick to finance, because you are able to do it easily, conveniently, without much hassles and problems. Okay. Acha. Now, how to go about it? Karna kaise hai? See, what has been informed to me by Rahil Shagufta and Sorna Priya, uh, that you have already finalized your specializations. You know your specializations. Am I right? हाँ,
Yes, sir.
तो अगर
Yes,
आप
sir.
हाँ तो अगर आपको आपकी स्पेशलाइजेशन अगर आपको पता है, तो कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस, वेरी गुड. If you are still confused about what specialization you should opt for, if you are too minded कि ये लेना है क्या वो लेना है, be in touch with your professors as soon as possible or with me, because you can't waste time here. यहाँ पे ज़्यादा टाइम आप वेस्ट नहीं कर सकते हो, because everything has a cascading effect. अगर आपने यहाँ पे डिले किया तो आगे वापस डिले हो जाएगा. So I assume that your specializations are finalized. Based upon your specializations, we have allocated guides to you. Rahil sir, are the students informed about the guides?
No, sir, still not.
अच्छा ठीक है.
Soon we'll inform them.
ठीक है. So 2 things we will be doing immediately. In fact, 3 things we'll be doing immediately. Number 1, this latest copy of guidelines for summer internship project जो University of Pune से मिला हुआ है, this we are going to mail it to you, because there is a slight modification considering this pandemic, and you should be informed about this. जैसे एक important modification क्या है कि normally ये होता था, your final examinations would get over by May, and June, July was the time when you were expected to be on internships. But unfortunately, what has happened because of this COVID, because of the COVID, everything has been messed up. So I think so even your final examinations are due; they are pending, right? So what we hope is that you will be expected to be on training in what is this, September, no, October, November, and maybe by December end you'll be requested or asked to submit your first draft of the project, right, Atik?
Yes, sir.
है ना, normally ऐसे ही हो जाएगा. So we are anticipating this. We are
So just after the exams, they are MBA, SIP, they have to start. Because
After the
there is a
exams.
duration of only, you can call it as 60 days or 4 months or 2 months. But
Okay.
it will start from the next day of their
Ah.
exam.
Okay, ठीक है. So the dates are not yet finalized. We don't have the exact schedule when it is going to start and when you'll be asked to submit your first draft. But we should be prepared, because otherwise it will be suddenly they will announce the date and it will be too late for us, and there will be firefighting. तो वैसे नहीं होना चाहिए. That's why finalize your specialization, which most of you already done. Congratulations. Number 2, based upon a specialization, we have allocated guides to you. Rahil sir will be providing you with this information कि who are your guides. The first thing that you're supposed to do is that you have to establish contact with the guides. आप उनको फोन कर लो, मेल कर लो, जैसे भी आप पर्सनली आके विजिट कर लो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. But you need to establish a dialogue with the guides. The reason is very simple, because this entire training activity, this entire internship project is extremely methodical. It is carried out in a very orderly manner, in a very systematic manner. Okay, right from you selecting a topic kya hona chahiye, how do you select a topic, whether topic is practical, whether the topic is worthy of investigation, whether it is a feasible project. Okay, what type of project you will be doing, whether you will be doing pure desk research plus virtual data collection, online data collection, or virtual corporate training programs. Based upon that, you select your topic. Once your topic has been selected, you identify problem. Once the problem is identified, you decide the objectives and hypothesis of a study. Then you decide the methodology, the research design. You collect data, if data collection is a part of your study. Data processing is done and inferences are drawn from it. And finally, a report is prepared and the report is presented to the institute. If I'm not wrong, आपको 2 रिपोर्ट प्रेजेंट करने पड़ेंगे. You have to submit 2 combined reports and 1 soft copy, right, Atik? Right, sir? Hello? Hello? हाँ, शगुफ्ता?
Yes, so they will require to submit 2 copies.
You will be required to submit 2 copies. First few copies could be draft copies, because unless and until the guide is satisfied, he will never give you the signature. Okay, so please ensure that you have regular sittings with the guides. Okay, and once he's satisfied with your progress, the entire progress, he is going to certify your progress. Based upon that certificate, you will prepare a report and you'll submit 2 final drafts. And based upon those final draft, you're going to have an internal viva and an external viva. The internal viva is normally a presentation, so you have to prepare a PPT and you have to explain what research is all about, what the project is all about, and why it is significant, and why do you say that the entire approach is scientific and systematic. Okay, and then there will be a final viva voce. The final viva voce is normally a 1-to-1 question answer session. So वहाँ पे seldom you are required to give a presentation, but I don't know, since everything is online, whether you are expected to give presentation. Atik, what is the format these days? Even the final viva is a presentation, or it is simply a question answer session? Shagufta?
So they will have a question answers as well.
Achha, but
And a presentation. They have to be ready with their PPT and also with their write-up. जो भी उनके पास PDF होगा ना, they should present that.
Okay.
And depends on the examiner, they should answer accordingly.
Achha. The next important thing is something called as a log sheet. We have prepared a log sheet. Every student will carry a log sheet, and the guide is going to monitor the log sheet. Please understand, you are not doing this research independently. Though we will encourage if you are able to handle research independently, but that is not possible because you are new to this area of study. So we have a mentor for you, and you will be working under the supervision and the guidance of your guide. You have to be in continuous touch with your guide. All your difficulties, your problems will be solved by the guide. See, in the past, we had a few bad experiences wherein a student never approached the guide. He never discussed his topic. He never discussed his area of investigation. One fine day, he came out with a report saying that, sir, I've done with my research project and this is my report. So please understand one thing, this is actually not accepted. The reason is very simple. Your progress has to be monitored on regular basis. So it's not that suddenly you come out with a report and say that this is the work done that I've done, sir, kindly assess, kindly go through it. ऐसे नहीं होगा. You will be given a log sheet. You have to maintain that log sheet. उसमें 10 sittings होंगे. So you have to enter 10 dates, maximum 10, minimum 10 dates, maximum तो आप जितनी चाहे वो ले सकते हो. What was discussed, because you have to go in a very systematic manner. You have to start with a very systematic manner. So right from the finalization of the topic, then as I told you, research problem, then objectives, then hypothesis, then the research design, then finding, analysis, finding, conclusion, suggestion, bibliography, references, and so on. So everything requires a brainstorming. Everything requires a one-to-one discussion with the guide. You can also talk to your friends. We have no problem. Acha, besides this, we have reports in the library. You can also download reports from the internet, which can be used as a reference. Copy nahi karna hai. Understand one thing. It should be only used as a reference copy, so as to make sure that to understand what has been done so far, how a report is prepared, how an internship program is conducted, what are you are expected to do, and how can you do better than what has been done in the past. For that, you have to use the reference list. Okay, so first, find out who your guide is. Second, collect your copy of log sheet. Collect your copy of summer internship guidelines. Okay. Collect your reference copy from the library or get it downloaded from the University of Pune as internet. And most important thing, a sample report is also available. A sample report is also available. I mean, there's a template for everything. How should be your title page be like? So where the date will come, where the name of the guide will appear, where the name of the institute will appear, Then what about the letter of authentication? What about certificates that you get from the institute? What is that format? We have standard formats for that. Declaration has a standard format. Undertaking has a standard format, except for acknowledgement, because acknowledgement is thank giving. It is up to you whom you'd like to extend your gratitude, and in what way. So barring that, everything is very standard, and there's a template available for everything. Okay, so please make sure that you go through these templates. These will also be mailed to you. Okay, so I have given you a brief of what summer internship projects are and how to go about. Please understand, as I told you, that this will not only help you to acquire the scientific investigation skills, but there's a possibility that uh, uh, you may be able to get a final placement. And even during your interviews for job interviews, they will ask question on the kind of internship that you have undergone, because they would like to know whether you have any practical exposure. See, one of the problem with the MBA course is that many corporates, they criticize MBA course on the ground that most of the learning happens in the class. So the students are exposed to theories rather than practical or rather than application of knowledge. So hardly we see students involved into solving real life problems of corporates. So here's an opportunity to learn how do you use your conceptual knowledge to solve real life business problems. And if you can convert them into a job, uh, congratulations to you. Okay. uh, you can do both basic research and applied research. मैंने अभी आपको बताया. Basic research is courtesy pandemic. पहले अलाउड नहीं था basic research. Basic research is what? Basic research is where uh, you don't identify a business problem and try to solve a business problem. Basic research is where you try to solve theoretical problems, where you seek answers to theoretical questions. So it may not have a commercial application. It may not have immediate practical usage. It is purely theoretical in nature. Be it desk research or be it desk research plus a combination of online surveys, वगैरह. That is basic research, where you try to generalize certain theories. Okay, but it's interesting. I mean, it was not allowed previously, but now it is allowed, and you can convert that into some good publication, and you can publish research papers out of it. Eventually report तो आपको बनेगा ही बनेगा. And the second is the so-called virtual corporate projects की मैंने जो बात किया, that is called as applied research. Why applied research? Because when you try to solve a dilemma of a particular organization, if you have a troubling question of a particular organization or a client or a company, and if you take up this as an issue and solve it, come out with a solution, it becomes more of an applied research. So here you get an opportunity to understand how a business functions and what are the real time challenges faced by a business, and how do you use your classroom learning to solve the real life business problems of organization. That is applied research. That is what corporate training. Okay, so दोनों का combination. I mean, it's up to you. The three types available. You can choose depending upon what is feasible for you. Acha. Some of the challenges that students face, some of the pitfalls. See, you're starting your research journey, and definitely I want your research journey to be very smooth and enjoyable. So you'll be definitely wanting to know what are the things you keep in mind so that you progress, and what are the pitfalls you avoid so that your research does not slow down. Fine, I'm going to cover some of these challenges that you normally face. Okay, the first one is, how do you select a topic? Most of the students have a problem. How do you select a topic for your study? So be it desk research, be it desk plus online, or be it virtual corporate projects. Okay, how do you select a topic? See, if you get a chance of internship with a company, majority of the company will have problems at the end related to several functional areas. There could be problems related to promotions, there could be problems related to employees, there could be problems related to finances, there could be problems related to international activities. Okay, and they will expect you to take up a problem as a research problem and find out the causes of the problem and use your research methodology knowledge and solve the problem. So there you can't do anything. That you have to select the topic that the corporate has given you. So you have to talk to the guide, extract more information, and all together, all of you should work together and try to seek solution to these problems. अच्छा, जहाँ पे आपको where you don't have an opportunity of working with an organization, then you have to select a topic. Abhi, how do you select a topic? See, if there's something that you're anxious of, any topic, any area that you say, ki, I want to work on green marketing. You may say, I want to work on employee engagement. I want to work on employee morale. I want to work on employee enfranchisement. I want to work on branding. I want to work on career plateau. Okay, if you have a topic of your interest, if you're anxious of something, if you want to get into more into a particular topic, if you are wanting to know more about something contemporary, you can take up this topic in consultation with the guide. We have no problem for that. Okay. If you still struggle, guide to आपके पास available है. They will suggest you some good topics. You can choose amongst whatever topics are available. Okay. Plus, trust me. मैंने अभी net पे I just searched on net whether certain topics are available on net, and trust me, there are so many topics that मैं आपको क्या बताऊं, इतने सारे topics है. जैसे अभी just to read a few topics on marketing, analyzing customer behavior and measuring customer satisfaction, impact of globalization on marketing, study of latest trend in advertising, customer satisfaction survey, customer data analysis, measurement of brand awareness and brand perception, study of purchase influencing factors, advertising effectiveness study. I mean, you won't believe कि there are so many topics that you will have to screen the good ones from the bad ones. Or I'm not saying some of the topics are bad. I mean, in terms of feasibility, what is feasible for you. Okay, and select a topic of your choice. Just 1 second. This you will have to do. 1 second. Hello, can you hear me? I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now topic is very important because topic is the most important component of your entire report. मैं किस लिए मैं बताता हूँ आपको? Because I have seen students they actually select a wrong topic, and later on they realize that it is actually not possible to complete the study because the topic is not a feasible study. So topic is not easy. It's not easy. You have to be very careful while selecting a topic, because if you select a wrong topic, then there's going to be a lot of headache later on. If you select a good topic, you realize you'll have a smooth sailing and it is possible to complete your research study. So be very careful when you are selecting a topic. There are many ways. Ask the organization to give you a topic, ask the guide to give you a topic. You can select a topic of a choice, go on internet, search through library, and there are several topics, but don't copy those topics as it is. Make sure that there's something unique, there's something original to your topic, because it has to be new. Okay. Now, what is a research topic? It is simply a title, and it summarizes the main idea of your study, and it describes the purpose of the study and the content of your study. Topic has to be concise. Topic has to be descriptive, concise. It has to be catchy. Remember, it should quickly prick the interest of the audience, of the guide, and also your interest. So while selecting the topic, be very choosy, because once you select the topic and you go ahead, then there is no U-turn. Otherwise, we'll be wasting your time. And that's why I'm saying that be very careful when you're selecting a topic. अच्छा, topic आपने select किया, nature of work आपने select किया, then it's between you and your guide. Don't try to do a study independently. You can do a self study, but make sure that you are always in touch with the guide, because that log sheet is very important for signature. The guide should authorize your study. He should certify that your study is satisfactory. And if you're working with the organization, you need to also take a certificate from the organization. That is important. Okay. And you know what happens is, after the 2 months are over, you are supposed to submit a report. You are supposed to submit something called as a summer training report. It is also called as a project report, or it is also called as a research report. Now, what is this report? This report is a written account of the investigation that you have carried out. It's a written document highlighting the problem of your study, the objectives of the study, the design that you have used, and the findings of the study. And it's quite obvious that when you have worked so hard, when you have taken so much of pains and efforts, you definitely want to convert your entire effort into a tangible form, so that it is available in the archives of the institute for future reference. क्यों नहीं, जरूर, definitely would definitely want this to happen. So that's why you are expected to submit a copy, and 2 hard copies and 1 soft copy. See, start early and enjoy the entire journey and reach safely. So there are some students who are completely blank. 2 महीने कहाँ गया पता नहीं, किधर बिताया, God knows. Finally यहाँ का लिया, उधर का लिया. Somehow approach the guide. Guide is not happy. The work is not good. The external referees have lots of complaint. Okay, and either we are forced to fail them. Okay, or they end up getting very poor marks. Don't do that. I want you to do a very good job. I want you to win competitions. I want you to score good. I want you to get placements based upon this. I want you to learn what is scientific investigation. आपको और एक interesting बात बताता हूँ. Try to find out top research companies in India and top research companies in the world. There are so many research organizations, and there are very few students who are off for a research job. In fact, I'll tell you, if you have a research acumen, and if you either have developed this skill or you have this talent of scientific investigation, you can have a very satisfactory career, because the rewards in terms of salary and promotions is both exorbitant and overwhelming. See, normally I have seen very few students opting for a research job, but trust me, there are so many research organizations. AC Nensel, कई सारे हैं. If you want me to list down, there are so many. I'll tell you. जैसे at the global level we have AC Nensel, Cantor है, Gartner है, IPSOS है, then VStat है. In India, IMRB is very popular, IRNB is very popular, Hansa Research is very popular, and trust me, they don't get candidates who have research skills and knowledge. Here's an opportunity. Take your 2 months of internship very seriously. You stand a very good chance of getting selected for a research job. Okay, पर आपको इसको seriously लेना पड़ेगा. Okay, report, as I told you, when you are writing a report, see, you are a student, you are a learner, you are a beginner. We are not expecting you to do everything on your own. वो possible भी नहीं है. So relax, but have the learning attitude, have that curiosity कि मुझे कुछ सीखना है, and be in continuous touch with the guide. Respect the guide. He will definitely help you. Once you do this, completing the entire research project and converting into a combined, a tangible format won't be difficult, because एक बार आपने, you have identified your research problem, and it actually starts with the research problem. I'll tell you very honestly, be it your internal viva, be it your external viva, 4-5 चीजें हैं you should be having in your presentation. जैसे title of the study होना बहुत जरूरी है, there has to be a research problem, a research dilemma. It's a doubling question. It's a difficulty that needs to be eliminated, or it's an area of concern, or it's a condition that needs to be improved. So it is some dilemma that is worthy of investigation. Okay, so abhi unfortunately I'm not engaging a lecture, otherwise मैं तुमको वो सारे samples भी दिखाया होता. Since you have already done with your research methodology, you're done with your research methodology, na?
Yes, in the BRM, sir, they studied.
BRM?
BRM subject, they have studied some idea they
Oh,
got.
very good, very good, very good. See, since जैसे भी राहिल सर बता रहे थे कि BRM, business research method, right?
Yes, yes.
Correct. So you'll be using all your learnings that you had in business research method to complete your internship programs and convert that into a tangible form called as a written account of a report. उसमें वही सब रहेगा. I mean, how do you frame a hypothesis, और आपकी study का hypothesis क्या होना चाहिए? What should be your research questions? Then literature review कैसे करते हैं? What is the purpose of literature review? What is a theoretical framework? What exactly is a research design? So when it comes to type of research, explorative, descriptive, causal research, आपने कौन सा choose करना है? Sampling design क्या होना चाहिए? If at all you are doing a survey research, okay. So and if you collected data, some primary data has been collected. How do you enter it into Excel or SPSS? How do you process the data? How do you analyze data? What statistical tools you will be using, if at all you want to use some statistical tools? अगर hypothesis को test करना पड़ेगा. So how do you validate the hypothesis? Are you going to use correlation? Are you going to use regression? Are you going to use ANOVA? Are you going to use some experimental designs? Are you going to have graphs and charts in your study? What type of graphs and charts you going to have? क्या simple pie charts and bar charts आप use करोगे? Or you're going to have cross tabulation table? You're going to have box plots. You're going to have a geograph. You're going to have a stem and leaf plot, carrot and stick. Then are you going to use maybe some advanced statistical techniques? Perceptual maps use करोगे? क्या use करोगे? And finally, how going to bring out your findings, conclusion, and suggestions? Finally, references कैसे लिखोगे? Okay. Now all this, everything that you have learned, okay, and everything that you will be learning, if at all you have some doubts, you have some problems, you still fumble, don't worry. You can refer to books, you can refer to me, you can refer to your guide. We are always there to help you. Please trust me. Research problem, objectives of the study. Okay, hypothesis is not mandatory, because when you're doing a finance study, normally you don't come across a hypothesis. Okay, so but in certain cases you definitely have an hypothesis, and if you have an hypothesis, validate a hypothesis, congratulations, you'll get more marks. Okay, then research design. क्या आपका research design क्या था? आपने methodology क्या use किया? What was the machinery that was used to address the problem? What roadmap you used? What was the framework to address the research questions or the research objectives? Okay, and finally, how the data was processed, what kind of findings you have, what suggestions that you have made. और last में जो होता है, end में जो होता है, before references, you have something called as bibliography, references. Sometimes you don't have references, students just have a bibliography, and you have annexures. Annexures mean you can have a copy of questionnaire, or you can have some material indirectly related to your study, maybe SPSS outputs or some Excel sheets, additional data, so on and so forth. Okay, so this is how you eventually end up preparing the entire report. Okay, once the report is prepared, you have to submit the rough draft to your guides. The guides will evaluate the rough draft. They will evaluate the rough draft. Accordingly, you make changes in that, and maybe after 2-3 evaluations, you are ready with your final copy. ठीक है ना? अच्छा, this is regarding the report writing. Parallel to report writing, we have something called as presentations. Now, if you have done an honest job, if your study is original, if your study is a result of your own ideas and thoughts, if it's not a copy, if you are personally involved in the study, then preparation for presentation is simply a formality. Matlab, I'll tell you, students who have done an honest job, they are enthusiastic to convey the results, to communicate the results. Okay, because you have worked so hard, you have taken so much of efforts, you know your approach is scientific, you know your findings are critical, you know your suggestions are pragmatic, you know the problem that you identified, it was worthy of investigation, you know there is a contribution to the body of knowledge, you know there is something which you have pioneered. So definitely you want to communicate, so you are very enthusiastic to do. जो लोग कॉपी करते हैं, प्लेजराइज करते हैं, कहीं से यहीं से वहीं से कहीं से उठाते हैं, they fumble at the time of presentation. And that's why I said once again, ki do an honest job. Make sure that you study on your own with the help of your guide, have references, have sample copies, and come out with your own research original work. Got it? I don't think so. Anything is remaining, but let me just check कि अगर कुछ रह तो नहीं गया है. Just one sec. See, I have this university circular, which was, I mean, there's a little modification here in the circular. Traditionally, ऐसे नहीं होता था, but because of pandemic, you see there are some changes in the rules and the regulations and the guidelines. अभी एक दो तीन components आपको पढ़ के सुनाता हूँ so that you get a fair idea, and we will also be mailing this to you, and later on I'll take your questions if you have any questions. Okay. Project report conceptualized and offered by the institute. Topic selection. Institute shall announce a list of potential topics, themes, and the potential guide for each of the topic and the theme. So as I told you, the topic can be given by the guide. Topic can be selected by you. Students shall communicate the choice of the topic from the list of the topics floated by the institute within 7 days. You have to communicate your topic to the guide once you start your dialogue with the guide within 7 days. Students shall prepare within a week an outline of the proposal prior to starting the work. Respective faculty member shall assist and guide the student in preparing the proposal. So see, this is something new. पहले ये नहीं हुआ करता था. Now you are supposed to write a proposal. Why you know what is the purpose of proposal? The purpose of proposal is to understand, number one, whether study is important, whether study is feasible, and whether there's going to be genuine learning and outcomes of your study. And every proposal has a prescribed format. There are 7-8 components in that, and you can accordingly prepare a proposal and submit to your guide. That's why I said it's not that suddenly one fine day you come out with a report and say, "Sir, congratulations, I have a report ready." ऐसे नहीं होता है. I said it's a very systematic process. Okay, it is a very methodical approach that you take. And trust me, research is very fascinating. And the reason I always say this research is very fascinating, because it gives an opportunity to do something new, do something creative, think out of the box. You can hone your problem solving skills. You can pursue your interest to learn something new, challenge yourself in new way. और जितना भी progress तुम देख रहे हो, याद रखना, all the progress that you're seeing around. So be it any discipline, any field, be it mobiles, be it computers, be it management, be it medicines, everything is a result of research. Trust me, because research is the basis for technological breakthroughs, better ways of doing things, scientific advancements, and even developments. No research, no progress. No research, no development. And there is no field, there is no discipline which is not based on research. अब आपको मैं एक बताता हूँ कि what do researchers do. आप खैर तो you are the MBA students, but when somebody is doing a PhD research, what is expected from him? See, the entire knowledge, the idea called as knowledge, can be classified into 4 levels. One is basic knowledge, then extended knowledge, then advanced knowledge, and developmental knowledge. So as researchers, you're supposed to contribute to the developmental knowledge. Matlab, you will not play others' music. You will compose your own music. You'll compose your own music. You'll come out with solutions to problems. You'll come out with answers to research questions. You will contribute to the body of knowledge. If there are gaps in the existing body of knowledge, we are trying to fill those gaps. If there are lacunas in existing body of knowledge, you try to um, identify those lacunas and wipe out those lacunas. So research is actually not so easy, but it is very interesting if you have research skills. अगर आपने research skills को develop किया है तो definitely it is very interesting. Because uh, research is all about contributing to the body of knowledge. Research is all about finding solutions to problem. अब ये COVID-19 है, COVID-19 का जो solution है, COVID-19 and solution to COVID-19 falls under applied research. Okay, just imagine the kind of investigation that has been done to deal with this COVID-19. That's applied research. Then we have basic research where you come out with theories. अब जितने भी theories है, जैसे मैं अगर आपको बताऊं the Big Bang theory और theory of relativity और the Darwin's theory of evolution, the cell theory और जितने भी laws है जैसे law of gravity, Charles law, Boyle's law, Newton's law, okay, they are all a result of research. They are all a result of research. I'm talking about something very superior. At this stage, I don't know whether you are ready to absorb all this and you are ready to accept these challenges. But definitely, ये तो MBA का requirement है. Whatever learning opportunity that you have, grab this opportunity, give your best, and you make sure that you shine out and you emerge a winner. Okay, later on if you want to you feel that this is something very interesting and maybe you would like to explore this, get into research organizations and have a research career. It is amazing. It is actually amazing. क्वांटिटेटिव रिसर्च तो एक एस्पेक्ट है, क्वालिटेटिव रिसर्च भी एक ऐसा एरिया है जहाँ पे सी एवरीबडी इज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन क्वांटिफिकेशन ऑफ डेटा, मैथ्स एंड स्टैटिस्टिक्स एंड एनालिसिस. ओके, अभी बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स एक नया आया हुआ है, देयर इज अ बज़वर्ड कॉल्ड एज बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स एंड data analytics, data science. Okay, tremendous job opportunities available. But then, are you interested in that? Are you cut out for all this? Is important to answer. There's another area called as qualitative research. Qualitative research is another branch of research, which actually deals with which is an extension of research, and it does not deals with quantification of data, where you are into research minus maths and stats. And there are so many researchers, they have done miracle in quantitative research. So ethnographic research or phenomenology or case study research or grounded theory analysis, okay, or projective techniques. Okay, these are some of the areas where people have really contributed, spent their entire life, and they are happy. Trust me, they have made money, they have made name for themselves, and they are successful in their life. तो क्वालिटेटिव रिसर्च, क्वांटिटेटिव रिसर्च, जो आपके मन में जैसा आपको पसंद आएगा आप कर लेना. बस see whether this is for you and can this be your career. Quite possible, I see कि there are many females in our class, and some of these females, they would like to join academics. अगर आपको academics join करना है तो now PhD has become compulsory, and for PhD again research knowledge and research background is required. So there are multiple benefits of this training program. The reason why I wanted to address the class is that I wanted to motivate you to do your best, because you do it honestly and you see it is enjoyable, it is joyous. Okay? So this is what I wanted to tell you. हम नहीं चाहते थे कि you miss out on the important dates, and we wanted that you should be ready for your summer internship projects, and you enjoy your entire journey. That was the whole objective. If you have any queries, I am ready to take the queries. Yes, anybody having a query? हाँ, yes dear, yes. Anzar Ahmed, Anzar आपका वीडियो ऑन हो सकता है Anzar? हाँ. Yes, Anzar. हाँ dear, yeah, I can see you. क्या जब फेस दिखता है तो गुफ्तगू करने में मजा आता है. Yes. Yes. एब्सोल्युटली। और इसका इसका कॉपी आपको दे दिया जाएगा, ठीक है? आपको इसका कॉपी आज ही मेल करने के लिए बोल देता हूँ। हाँ, ओके, राइट। हाँ, हाँ, हाँ। एक आंसर आंसर वेरी गुड, यू रेज दिस क्वेश्चन। अच्छा किया आपने। सी ऑल दो स्टूडेंट्स who want to approach companies for internship, हम लोग के पास भी कुछ invitations है where companies have approached the institute for students for interns. For this you can reach out to Atik and Bhushan. Plus, if you want to approach via the college, suppose if you say ki, I would like to see whether TCS gives me an opportunity to work with them on intern. Okay, or you can go for another big brands, any brand of your choice. कुछ भी आप सिटी बैंक आप ले लो, और या any corporate of your choice. Our letters are ready. You just let us know through your guide ki which company you want to approach. We will draft a letter for you with your name, where we state that you are a student of ALLANA Institute of Management Sciences doing PhD, and as a requirement of partial fulfillment, you're supposed to undergo an intern program of 2 months. We'll be highly obliged if our students given an opportunity, and all the data collected will be kept confidential. Blah 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 blah. उसका एक template बना हुआ है. And don't worry about the number of letters. If you want us to address 2-3 companies, we can do it for you. अगर आपको interest है किसी company में, most welcome. Or plus we have I mean, you can go for pure basic research. दोनों ऑप्शन आपके पास अवेलेबल है, ठीक है? हाँ, 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 अभी if the if the company if the company accepts you as an intern, so they will give you a formal letter saying that it's a where they accept your request of internship, and they will issue a letter wherein they will mention the start date and the end date. They will mention what is expected from you, what problem area you will be dealing with, and most important, there are many companies who also pay you stipend, और अच्छा खासा स्टाइफंड देते हैं. मैं अमाउंट अभी बोलूंगा नहीं, because it differs from it varies from companies to companies, but they are ready to pay stipend. Okay, if that is the case, okay, then you don't worry. You just shows that letter, and there will be an external guide. आपको वहां पे भी गाइड रहेगा, और यहाँ पे इंटरनल गाइड भी रहेगा. So you have two guides in that case. If you do pure desk research or desk research plus virtual, then you just have one guide. But if you are associated with a company for intern, then you'll have two guides. Then you'll have to work together. All the three of you have to work together. You have to make sure that your topic and your research problem is approved by your internal guide, your external guide, and it is okay to you. ठीक है ना? और बाकी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. एक बात याद रखो, once they share the problem to you, they will tell you कि these are the areas that you're supposed to work. This is what is expected from you. This is what you're supposed to do. This is how you're supposed to collect the data. This is how you're supposed to analyze the data. Then get back to your guide. और guide को बोलो कि sir, they want me to work on this topic. They want me to work on this problem, and this is what they're expecting from me. कई बार ऐसे भी होता है कि normally I'll tell you what happens. The corporate scenario, I'll tell you the corporate scenario. For the first, देखो 2 महीने का प्रोग्राम है. 2 महीने का मतलब 8 वीक्स का प्रोग्राम है. It's a 8-week program. तो when you're working for a corporate, जब आपके 2 महीने पूरे हो जाते हैं, you need to have a completion certificate from the company where they state that you have worked with them for 2 months and your work is satisfactory. Okay. Now, पहला 1 महीना, first 1 month, they expect you to be on training. Okay, so honestly speaking, just for example, अगर marketing में होगे तो they expect you to actually do some marketing activities and get some business for them. ऐसे भी होता है. और advertisement होंगे तो they ask you to work on some advertising campaigns and then convert that into a report the next month. So I say, no, it happens. It does happen. But don't worry, there's a mentor, okay, who will definitely do a hand holding, and you have to be in continuously touch with them. आप ये time decide करो कि what is the best time for the guide. So depending upon your convenience, the guide's convenience, the mode of communication, the time of communication can be decided. But वो log sheet को हमेशा carry करना. Always carry that log sheet with you. And you never know, miracles always happen. And you see, nature always favors those who try and who have guts. So try, don't cry. Yes, Anzar, God bless you. Yes, anybody? Any question? You can speak, not an issue. Speak whatever language you want to communicate, you can communicate. If we have foreigners, agar foreigners hai, so foreigners are allowed to do a project in their own country. They can select a topic in consultation with a guide. They can select a topic in consultation with the corporate, the company they're working for. But then if you're working for a corporate, a letter from the corporate is very important. If you're doing pure desk research plus virtual survey, then you just require a letter from the college. But देखो उन्होंने बहुत clearly बोला हुआ है, they're very specific that the topic has to be discussed with the guide. The topic needs to be informed to the college before you finalize. Okay, so that's why it is very methodical and systematic. Yes, any other question?
Yes, any Akhil, Harsha, other student, any questions?
Any question?
Because this is just
besides
beginning.
project, if you want to discuss anything on your lectures, anything about teaching methodology, anything that any doubt that you have in your mind, you can talk to me. Library, books, question papers, iCards, uniform, industrial visit, trips. अभी unfortunately COVID की वजह से सब problem हो चुका है, but let's hope that we start offline classes very soon.
So the library is yet open now, na?
हर्षा, yes, बिल्कुल. लाइब्रेरी 8 बजे तक स्टार्ट. अगर आप पुणे में हो तो you can very well come to the library. You can get access to all our previous reports. You can have access to internet. आप बिल्कुल, you come in library, you can spend time in the library. It's open. You're most welcome.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So should I conclude then? Okay. Yes. Any doubt?
Any questions from students?
Govinda.
Yes, sir.
Govinda, yeah, say, you have a doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, dear. So, see, I want you to do your best, dear. I'm trying for your placements. I also want you to score good. I want all of you to have a fantastic career ahead. And we are always available for you. It will never happen except for your fees. You ask for me something and I won't give you. Very rarely this will happen. If in my hands, I will go out of the way to help you. Okay? I just want you to have that. So God bless you all, and all the best for exams, for lectures, and for internships. My mobile number is available with all our guides and teachers. Also have your email IDs and telephone numbers of our guides. I request all the teachers and the faculty members and the guides to make sure that this copy of guidelines of University Pune, that is Savitribai Phule University, is mailed to students as early as possible. Also try and mail, log sheet भी mail करना without fail. Also mail the log sheet. और sample copy, अपना जो sample template बना हुआ है, उसका भी soft copy है. Also mail that to the students. And you can have your own copies from the internet for reference. Okay? Don't plagiarize. Do an honest job. Trust me, you will enjoy. So God bless you all. Have a nice time. Take care. Stay blessed.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Student, this is just beginning. This is just beginning. And this will continue until your final viva, up to your final viva. So once we allocate the students to the guides, your actual work will start. But keep in the mind ki you have started this one, and as per the guidance by Roshan sir, start your working on that regarding the topic, regarding any online work you will get from the companies or what. You start on that one, right? So we'll
Yes,
provide
sir.
all the document. We'll provide the format. We'll provide the regarding the log sheets and everything. And once you will be allocated to the faculties, you will get the detailed knowledge about that one, right? Okay. So we'll do
Yes,
it
sir.
within the 2 3 days. We'll do that one. The finalization of the guides also to the all the faculties for marketing, HR, different faculties will allocate to you, and actually the work you can start that one, right? But keep in the mind key you have started today that you have to identify the topic and start working on that one. Okay. So we can stop here now. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.